So what happened to us in our childhood? What happened to you when you was 3, 4, 7 years old? How much of the good stuff do you remember? If it wasn't so good, do we remember the traumas? And by traumas, I don't mean, major stuff like deaths or major illnesses. This could be someone shouting and embarrassing us, shaming us, where our self-esteem suffered too. And looking back at that now, how does it look or feel for you? For years, I used to just look at it and think it's just the way it is or was, and think of it as fairly normal. Made excuses for other people's behaviours and subconsciously maybe thought the reason was me, that I did not deserve any better and that their reasons were justified. So what was it like when we were back in our teens, or when we look at our parents' upbringing and even past relationships with their parents? We would think, how are those things allowed? That's such an old-fashioned way of thinking. And yet when we tend to look at our childhood, we tend to make excuses for that behaviour. Our perception is due to what we know and have come to believe. Through our experience, a ritual, a pattern of behaviour that often are not reflected on. We just get on with things and run the other way because in the short term that's easier to do. But as we know here at the Grey Cotswolds, life is not black and white, and long-term well-being is about exploring what's going on in between, the grey area. Well, how do we do that? Well, in my counselling sessions with clients on a one-to-one basis, we go on a journey, an exploration, and get a picture of what happened in their past. What they tell me may be accurate or not, and as I said, we don't remember everything that's happened growing up in our childhood. It may be the truth or not, it may be their truth. We explore what that means to them now. What are they feeling right now about that? And as trust builds in that relationship, the therapeutic relationship, they begin to feel safe and secure to express those deeper emotions. This isn't rigid, may I add, because we are all different and have our own story and journey we're on. However, I do make necessary interventions in therapy with my clients to enable them to reflect on something they may have said or not said, or an expression, or looking at their body language. Or it may be I bring my stones or cards or other objects into the therapy session. Ultimately, by bringing awareness and building on confidence and worth, they develop an understanding of themselves, become less reliable on others' actions and words, which enables a transformation and to grow in their lives and who they are. We all have the answers within us. In order for this to happen and avoid the pain of rejection and abandonment, we repress and distance ourselves from our authentic self, as we're acting out in a way to get our needs met and feel secure in whatever shape or form that is, as we fear rejection and not having that bond. And this awareness can help us rediscover our true selves, our true identity and what we need. Your experiences, your personal experiences have shaped you and where you are now. And what I am doing is bring that awareness and discovery to the surface for you and helping you with the right guidance, tools and support. You won't be coming onto the anger course to get rid of your anger. Anger can be healthy. It protects you. You have boundaries with anger. But the anger comes and then it goes. If you were used to suppressing your anger and not being able to express it when you were young, if you were being physically abused, where if you express your anger you may have got hurt even more, well, that anger you've been carrying around and not being able to express it for many years. And then later in life, you are triggered and then you get angry and rage due to your past events and experiences. And your rage magnifies and intensifies. And you build more brain circuits around this, which then becomes a habit. So it's unhealthy to suppress your anger, whether you're a child or an adult. And it's even harder where we live in a society where we're constantly being told to stop behaving like that. Don't get angry. Control yourself. You'll find people saying, when you get angry, punch a pillow or do some breathing, which for some people it works and some of the time, and not for all people. But we need to delve a bit deeper. There's more to it, because once we're in that angry stage, and if we're not aware really what's going on physiologically for us and what's happening to our breathing, then it can very quickly lead on to rage. And then when we're at that stage where the volcano has truly erupted, then that's difficult to come back from. But on our anger course, we break it down much before then. We look at what's happened in the past and what's happening right now, and what the patterns of behaviours and what they link to, and we can feel it happening and we're aware. The awareness is there to not reach that stage, and I will give you tools to help you with your understanding and what you could do in those situations. You can download our ebook from the website, and that will give you some more information about anger and the course. But for now, this is Andreas Paticus, your fellow traveller on life's journey, signing off.